good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It is your Olena here again, bringing you the new episode of Opera Weird Season 2. Well, I just realized I haven't done anything over the past months again. Even though the Met is taking a break, right? But the season had already gone like half. But I only did 8 episodes, including those classical concert reviews. That's not nice. So today we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of Verdi's drama or Wagner's epic sound space, we're diving into the dreaming, mysterious world of Debussy's Pelléas. Wait, how to pronounce it? Pelléas et Mélisande. Yeah, Pelléas and Mélisande. His one and only opera. Now, if you're used to those more rigorous and traditional opera, such as Wagner, Toulouse in Mélisande might feel like a strange experience. Is not filled with those big show-stopping arias, but it definitely doesn't follow the usual structure of an Italian or German opera. But indeed, it is many people's favorite opera, including me. So, what exactly made it so fascinating? It is quiet, elusive, and almost hypnotic in a way it moves. Debussy took everything we expect from an opera and turned it inside out. So let's talk about why is this opera so unique and why you should absolutely listen to it at least once in your life, or at least know this opera exists and at least know Debussy composed an opera, right? Well, at first, what is Pelléas et Mélisande? Debussy wrote this opera between 1893 and 1895 based on the symbolic play by Maurice Maeterlinck. And when I say symbolic, I mean this isn't a straightforward action-packed opera because everything in the story is shrouded in mystery, suggestion, and emotion rather than clear explanation. The characters don't do much, but everything they say or don't say loaded with meaning. So the basic plot revolves around a love triangle between Prince Golaud, his young and energetic wife, Melisande, and his half brother Pelléas. Golaud finds Melisande lost in a forest one day, seemingly in distress, and takes her home as his wife. But there's something strange about her. She's quiet, almost otherworldly, and is never really clear where she came from or what is she thinking. So over time, she and Pelléas develop a deep emotional connection, but it's subtle, more about unspoken feelings than passionate declaration. And of course, as with other many love triangle, things don't end well, because Golaud becomes consumed by jealousy, leading to a tragic conclusion that still feels like is wrapped in fog, just like the entire opera and every other Debussy's music. Because Debussy's music and everything he's trying to express just give that impressionism feel is foggy. Is not really clear expressed, but rather having that cloud on the surface of his work and pieces waiting for you and your mind to discover is like a blurry representation. So now here's where Pelléas in Mélisande completely breaks away from the traditional opera, because Debussy hated the over-the-top drama of a 19th century opera, especially Wagner's dominance in Europe and at the time. He wanted something different, something more like a conversation set to music rather than big shouting numbers. So instead of having arias that interrupt the story, he wrote the whole opera in the continuous flowing way. It's like the music breathes within the characters. The orchestration is also completely different because if you listen to this opera expecting big dramatic climax, you are going to be disappointed or just waiting there forever. Because instead, the voice's music is all about the atmosphere. It's like water, it moves in waves, show, shifting and shimmering rather than crashing into you. The harmonies are lush, and the way he uses the orchestra feels like a painting in the sound, full of soft colors and delicate textures. Because this opera is more about suggestion than declaration, more about feeling than spectacle. So, yeah, I feel like Mélisande is one of the most interesting character because, well, she is strange yet fascinating female character in this opera. Unlike Verdi's heroine or Wagnerian goddesses, Mélisande doesn't have big solo moment where she tells you exactly what she is thinking. She is quiet, almost ghostly, and even when she speaks, her words feel like riddles. So some people found her frustrating because she's almost so ambiguous. You never really know if she loves Pelléas, if she fears Golod, or even she understands what's happening to her. But that's the beauty of it. She is more of a symbol than a person, because she is representing something fragile and unknowable. And Debussy wrote her vocal lines to match that. Her melodies are understated, floating just above the orchestration make her feel even more like a dream that you can't quit. So let me just jump into it. This is from the third act Melon Cheveux de Son. My lawyer went fall down. Yeah. Oh, I'm not that good at French. You can see it from my pronunciation, but yeah. So the role of Pelléas and Golod are also very interesting. So Pelléas is as interesting as Mélisande, but in a different way. He's youthful, curious, and full of longing, but he never quite takes action. His relationship with Mélisande is built on quiet moments, meeting by the fountain, walking through the castle garden, or speaking in the harshest tone about things they can't quite say outright. His vocal line reflects this too. It's soft, lyrical, and never pushing too hard. Then there's Golot, and honestly, he's the most opera character in this whole piece. While everyone else is speaking in whisper and riddle, God is one character who builds real tension. His jealousy, confusion, and eventual rage are what drive the story to its tragical conclusion. He starts off as someone who seems protective and caring, but by the end, his obsession with finding the truth leads him to commit the ultimate act of destruction. His music is way more darker, hairier, and often unsettling. So he is very much in contrast to the two main characters. I mean, he is also the main character, but in contrast with the other two main characters, Pelléas and Mélisande. Because because this opera is based on a symbolic play, is full with imagery and hidden meaning. Water is a huge theme. There are fountain, the sea, rain, and even the way the music itself moves like rippling waves. Light and darkness also play a major role, with scenes constantly shifting between shadow and glow, reflecting the hidden emotion of the characters. And then the there's also the theme of fate. How everything in this opera feels inevitable, yes, very much still surprising when it happened. From the moment Pelléas and Mélisande meet, you can sense of something tragic is definitely coming. I mean, that's all the fictions are written, but the book makes you drift toward it rather than throwing you straight into the disaster. So I get it because Pelléas in Mélisande isn't an opera that gives you the same rush as Tosca or Don Giovanni. It's slow. Well, excuse my English pronunciation of the Italian word, but Pelléas in Mélisande is still delicate, slow. It's still slow, delicate, and refuses to give you an easy answer and an easy story. But if you go into it with the right mindset, just enjoy it, right? It is one of the most beautiful operas that you can ever experience. It's like stepping into a dream that the Debussy composed where everything is just out of reach. The music just goes deep inside your mind rather than hitting you over the head. And once you let yourself sink into the Debussy's world, you start to realize just how much emotion is packed into those quiet, fleeting moments. So, what do you think? Have you listened to Police in Mélisande before? Do you love it, or does it leave you feeling lost? Either way, that would be great if you just listen to it. And as always, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, comments, or just wanna say, just wanna say something to me, yeah, you can email me at olindatang@gmail.com. It is AULINDATANG@gmail.com. See you in my next episode. Well, take care. Mm-hmm. Listen to it, please, please, please. And for whatever I played, I will just attach the link to the description. Is By the way, it is Mariel Ivan and Claudio Abbado with the Vienna Philharmonic who played this. Well, when was it? At least back to a century ago when it was recorded. Yeah, okay. See you in my next episode. Bye. It will probably within days because I have a week off. So, yeah, thank you so much for listening. Yay.